Good afternoon. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. My name is Isaac Dedenbach, and I'm a second semester freshman at NMC. I've been enjoying Northern Michigan ever since I was 3 years old when me and my family moved to Cedar from Lansing. As time progressed, I went to the Sleeping Bear Preschool and the Leelanau Children's Center before attending Leland Public Schools for kindergarten through graduation. When I wasn't at school, I could be found playing soccer, skateboarding, snowboarding, riding bikes, swimming, fishing, or exploring with my friends. Due to this adventurous nature and interest, in 6th grade I was voted the class daredevil. And I was very pleased with that title. 2 years later, in 8th grade, my guidance counselor told me I received the commitment scholarship to Northwestern Michigan College. I had no idea how much of an honor it was to receive this scholarship. In high school, different risks than I was used to began to show themselves. Parties to me seemed more dangerous than any stunt I had attempted. People around me were always talking about how much fun the parties were and urging me to attend, but I just knew there was too much at risk, and these risks were not something I could control, like any of my jumps or my tricks. And if things got out of hand, I could lose my commitment scholarship, an opportunity given to only a few select students. As I got into my senior year of high school, curiosity got the best of me, and I looked at other colleges both in and out of state. But after thinking about it, I realized I honestly had no idea what I wanted to major in. And after talking to people from all parts of my life, I realized that no matter where I went, I'd be taking the same basic classes, and it would be absurd not to take this gracious opportunity I had been given. And thanks to that opportunity, I've been able to explore my interests and found interests that I did not realize I had. I've been shown history from different perspectives, learned trumpet, and realized that some things I had thought about majoring in were not my cup of tea. The scholarship gave me space to breathe and made me comfortable enough to expand my interests. Within my first week of classes at NMC, I knew that I had made the right decision. History 111 with Mindy Morton in combination with cultural anthropology taught by Mark Hawley made me realize that I had an interest in pre-Columbian American cultures. This topic especially interests me because my grandmother is from Chile, so getting to know how some of my ancestors lived and how they did it really interested me. Thanks to those classes, over winter break, when I went to visit my family in St. Louis, I realized something I never had before. They live only 15 minutes away from Cahokia Mounds, a Native American population center I learned about in history class. Elated by this realization, I convinced my family to visit the Mounds and Museum and walk around the area, even though it was only 20 degrees outside. While I was there, I got to visit Monk's Mound and see many of the artifacts that the archaeologists had dug up there. I distinctly remember running to the top of the 154 stairs that lead to the top of Monk's Mound and looking over the vast native city. I remember looking down in the fields and seeing herds of deer, and it was almost like looking back through time. This semester, my interests have once again been piqued in my Eastern religions class taught by Sarah Montgomery Richards. The new perspectives and concepts that I'm learning about piqued my interest so much that I received almost 140% on my first exam due to all the extra credit I earned. NMC has truly brought out the best student in me. I'm now maintaining a higher composite GPA than I did in high school. I made the dean's list in the top 10% of students, and I received an invitation into Phi Theta Kappa. In high school, they tell you that college will be harder. It's true. My workload is much larger than it was in high school. But what they don't tell you is that college gives you the option to take classes that can be so interesting that all of the work is more intriguing than tedious. Thanks to this scholarship, I always made sure I was passing my classes and staying out of trouble, because I knew if I ever lost the scholarship, I would have thrown away something that I could not get back. The scholarship not only gave me this feeling of responsibility, but it also gave me a group of friends and connections at the college. Now as I walk around campus, I see countless faces of people who I met through the scholarship, both as mentors and as peers. Thanks to the scholarship and all the money I saved by using it, I was able to move into a dorm on campus and get a foot out the door. I'm very grateful for the experience, and I'm now in a situation I never would have expected I would be in. I live in a suite with 3 Chinese students, and that's a culture I never had the chance to experience in high school. Thanks to the scholarship, I didn't have to pay any money out of pocket, so I was able to save the money I'd worked hard for years to earn. And because of this, when my car broke down this winter, I had the money to take care of it without worrying. Because my parents were not in the position to support me financially, the scholarship I have received were truly a blessing. The freedom they have given me has allowed me to stay active, reduced my stress, and allowed me to focus on things besides money. I recognize that these scholarships were a gift, but I treat them like more of an investment. I must work hard to prove to myself that I'm worthy of such generosity from my community. This hard work has resulted in academics improvements and made me a more proactive person. Last semester, I only missed one class, and that's because I was sick. I was so close to being one of the few students with a perfect attendance. Next semester, I plan on taking underwater archaeology in order to see if archaeology will be the major that I wish to follow and the career that I want to pursue. In closing, I wanted to thank those who have helped me to get where I am today. Thank you to my parents for the constant support. Thank you to my teachers at Leland for recommending me for the scholarship. Thank you to Nika, Beth, and especially to Kevin D'Alessandro for all the help through my time in the commitment program. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. I know that I can always talk to you if I have any questions. Finally, thank you to all of you here who have helped give students like me an opportunity to better ourselves. Your generosity is admirable and appreciated on levels that are hard to put into words. Thank you.